Yeah, so the DEA, in this case, in my case, was called in early on as the state of New Jersey officials realized that I was willing to fight this out all the way to trial, that I was going to pay for my experts, that I was going to present a case, and traveling from back and forth from California to New Jersey, the state called in the DEA to disrupt my life, to attempt to ruin my ability to fight. And that's why last December, on December 13th, the DEA, led by Special Agent Patrick Kelly, just came and just wiped me out, just stole all my possessions, my ability to make money, wiped out the temple. And my temple was serving hundreds of people. We had, almost 24 workers. One way or the other were eating off of it. I mean, we're not bothering anybody. And the government, the DEA, does all this under a lie that marijuana is a Schedule 1 drug. Marijuana is not a Schedule 1 drug. 17 states and the District of Columbia have all say that marijuana has medicinal value. And the funny thing is, even Congress has allowed marijuana dispensaries to operate in Washington, D.C., but yet the DEA around the country, for their own reasons, their own jobs, their own personal ability. I mean, come on. You legalize marijuana, let's face it. That's the backbone of the war on drugs. Might as well say the war on drugs is lost. You wouldn't justify these billions and billions of dollars being wasted with the DEA if it wasn't for the fact that marijuana is on its list of Schedule 1 drugs, and they can waste a lot of resources fighting the marijuana war. I have to tell you, the government would never win its war on drugs anyway, because we the people want to use them. I don't like calling marijuana a drug, but you know what? Marijuana is my drug of choice, as it is of millions of other people, despite anything DEA or these rednecks in Congress feel about marijuana. Fuck them all. They'll never win its war on drugs. Yeah, you can throw some of us in jail, you can do this, you can do that, but you will never win. They got Roger Christie in Hawaii has been in jail for about as long as I've been fighting this case in New Jersey, for about 2 years, 2.5 years. No bail. Hasn't brought his case to trial. And you know what? He's not capitulating either. He wants his trial. And hopefully he'll understand, and his jurors will understand that the law is wrong and will acquit him. Like in my case, I really believe that as this argument that the law's wrong goes before jurors all over the country, we'll have jury nullification verdicts all over the place. Here in California, I believe if it was really trumpeted, if some of these reform organizations had really made jury nullification a major part of its publicity campaign over the last decade or so, we wouldn't even be in this situation now. But that's a whole nother story. But here now, the DEA, after my victory in California, my victory in New Jersey, has decided to just play sore loser and just ruin anything I plan on doing here, as far as my new dispensary, as far as just getting back on my feet. I won, and it just feels unfair that the little bully in New Jersey has called the big bully out here in LA to beat me up after I beat him. Governor Christie's administration, Governor Christie's government, Governor Christie's prosecutors have called out here to Uncle Sam, to the U.S. Attorney's Office out here, to ruin me out here. Right now, I feel like the fight is over. I've been fighting too long, I lost too much, and I personally just don't want to fight anymore. Especially by myself. I mean, if I had hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. I mean, I don't need hundreds of thousands, but if I had money to present experts, even for bail, even to bring a case, even to keep this place open. I mean, it's one thing if I had a thriving business. I mean, I just opened it, didn't get a chance to even get, get moving, to get to the point where it could produce any money. As it is right now, we have very little weed, very little. There's no staff here right now. It's just me, by myself. I think we're in a great location, directly across the street from General Hospital. It's a very busy street. People had been stopping in, but when we got our DEA threat, our letter from the DEA, we got a letter on the 22nd, like 4 days after my victory in New Jersey, I got a letter here telling me to close down. My staff doesn't want to be arrested, obviously. No one does. Who wants to have their lives dragged back and forth in and out of court? When you go back and forth in and out of court, it costs. It costs to travel back and forth to court. It costs to take off work. It costs. When someone steps up and puts themselves out there to fight, and everyone watches from a distance, a safe distance, and very few support, it's disheartening. I know myself, I felt like I've been fighting for everybody for years, and very, very few people have helped. I've gone, my bails have been paid mostly by me or my family. When I lost some freedom, it was me. I lost product, it was me. When the state comes in and takes everything, it's me. When you get out there and speak out against the laws that affect all of us, I mean, some of us on our own side have become my own haters, of my worst enemies. I mean, I know when I'm dealing with a state trooper that he doesn't like me, or he has to do what he has to do because it's his job. I'm a representative of just the opposite of everything he's trained for. But then you get people on our side, on my side, these elitist type, medical marijuana types who somehow think they're somehow better than me, or better than people like me, from the confines of their computer rooms, or the little anonymous little hate emails, or how they, it's like really weird. I think that you'll get someone who believes in the whole medical issue and then look at me and my activism and somehow think that somehow I'm a negative, when they aren't even a negative. They're a zero and nothing. They sit back on their computers and criticize, or voice their opinions or their negativity, and they do nothing. Anyway, I guess this is my little bitch, my little rant for today. The DEA is basically giving me till November the 5th to close. I'm effectively closed anyway.